Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning, and I'm the master taster of Whisky.com. And today we taste the Glen Garioch, vintage 1999, bottle 2013, 56.3 ABV, unchill filtered. Glen Garioch is a distillery which was for quite a time closed, but was reopened in 2011. 2012, I'm not quite sure, but they were closed for at least 15 years, I think. Before that time, they filled in the standard liquor bottles, these old bottlings, and I'm sorry, I didn't like those bottles very much. No, they were weird, different, not for me. There had been a 12-year-old National Trust for Scotland, this was the first I found wonderful. And it took a few years, and then the newly shaped, these bulgy bottles appeared on the market, and those bottles were wonderful. Not only the appearance, but the content of the bottle. And the Glen Garioch is written Glen Garioch. And here on the back it said the whiskey and the valley from which it takes its name are pronounced Geary, as in cheery, in the ancient Doric dialect still spoken in these parts of Scotland. So there's not only Gaelic in Scotland, there's a difference between Scottish Gaelic and Irish Gaelic, and there are local differences, and this Doric dialect, completely different, Glen Garioch. The distillery is very old, it's from 1797, so it's one of the very few distilleries from the 18th century still there and in production. And this Glen Garioch distillery, they did a lot of experiments, so they used the exhaust heat from the distillation to heat glass houses for tomato and cucumber production. When I visited the distillery in 1994, I think it was, you could still see those remains of the glass houses. The glass and the aluminum were already gone, but you could still see the rest of the foundation. So that's typical for the proprietors. It's Morrison Bowmore, which owns the Glen Garioch distillery, and the Bowmore distillery on the Isle of Islay. They use their excess heat from the distillation process to heat the public swimming pool. So it's green, it's really green. It's preserving energy. This bottle is from 1999, and it's labeled with batch number 30. So it's not a single cask, it's sherry cask matured. Here, the box. And the tasting notes: full body and intensely sherried with a syrupy mouth-coating texture. Trickle toffee, chocolate and maple syrup soak into the palate, carrying the tingly warmth of nutmeg and ginger spices, tangy orange marmalade and dates, leading to a long, deep finish of resins, caramelized toffee and licorice. That's what's the doctor ordered. No, politically completely incorrect. Non-chill filtered and bottled at high strength. So it's not a cask strength, it's high strength. So there will be, because it's called batch, more than a cask, several casks. I'm afraid I do not know how many bottles were in that batch. Yeah. I typically do not taste whiskey. It's the second I have today, no? Whiskey which is higher in strength than 50% ABV. From time to time, 50.5, 51, 52, but 56.3, like this one, is too much for me because it will paralyze my taste buds. So I will dilute it a little bit with still water, but only a little bit. Full-bodied, extremely aromatic. And the first is syrup, maple syrup. Then sherry, dark fruits, raisins, alcohol, yeah, 56.3. And then spiciness, ginger and nutmeg. A little bit orange. And the dates, sweet caramelized dates. A very full and intense aroma. Oh, you could smell on this for hours. Very complex, very full. Have a little water, just a little bit, just to be below 50. There's always the chance that you do too much of good, to add too much water. So watering down is no good idea. So you should be aware how much you dilute your whiskey. I talked about that in the Tasting Whiskey the Right Way, part 4. Yeah, high strength whiskey. It's open, it opens up. More dark fruit, more sherry, licorice, and this maple syrup. It's a dark covered sweetness. Difficult to say. Time to taste. Heavy, full, strong, mouth-watering. Oakiness. Just a little bit, no bitterness. Full dark fruits, full sherry. This orange marmalade in the back, but sweet. Not orange marmalade, jam. Not so bitter. The dates, perhaps a little bit of fig. Chocolate. Well, I found the right strength. Not too weak. Not too strong. You have to be careful not to add too much water. No? Oh, extremely full. This is my kind of prey. Yeah. Hunt it down. This is my bottle. Really. Thank you for watching Whisky.com. There's more to come. Discuss this bottle with me on our newly opened forum and share this video with your friends. Thank you.